Hello and welcome to São Paulo. My name is Jana and you're watching Curves on the Road. Today I'm taking you to the MASP Museum. If you've never heard of it, it's the floating museum on Avenida Paulista. It's a modern art museum, and at this point they have exhibition of the indigenous culture art. So there is a lot of temporary exhibitions that are focused on the indigenous tribe of Brazil.
If you're wondering about the deeper meaning of this exhibition, I have found this description on the wall and I think it's perfect. Telling a story requires a narrator. For a long time, we have heard the stories of native people through non-indigenous voices. The story narrated here is that of a representation of individuals who went from being conquered objects to objects of study, who have transformed and reformulated themselves to be heard and felt in a meandering process of increases and decreases, like a flow of a river. Understanding individuals who cannot be understood outside of their community and the space they inhabit has been elusive to the non-indigenous society, since it is based precisely on the conclusions of individuals that are either exempt of or conquering the environment. So, in other words, the indigenous didn't get a chance till now to tell their own stories. So the museum gives them their voices back.
It's just like my nails, look. Almost exactly like my nails.
This is a new perspective on Mahuika. It's the keeper of the fire within the Maori creation narratives. In each of her fingernails, Mahuika contains the knowledge of fire, and it's from her that the young demigod Maui obtained that knowledge, bringing it back to the realm of humankind for us all to utilize. We went to this museum on Thursday afternoon, and the entrance was for free. They were only kindly asking for some contributions, so we give them a few reais so that they can buy the new Rembrandt that they always wanted. For me, the most exciting and interesting part was the upmost floor. I believe that's the permanent exhibition because the most expensive paintings and sculptures were at this area. You could find some Degas, you could find some Van Gogh, you could find many famous painters and artists on display here, and it was very exciting, and they had some really beautiful masterpieces of the centuries. It was actually really hard to find some information what is exactly to be seen in this museum. I believe that's because most of the exhibits are temporary, so only the top floor is permanent.
We are now at the Museum of Ipiranga. It is newly renovated, so the last time we've been to Brazil we couldn't go, but now, oh my God, it's gorgeous. It's a must-see place. We have just arrived, so we only saw the gardens, but we'll also show you the interiors. We have tickets. It costs around 100 reais per person, and we will soon go in. It's for a particular hour, so if you want to be sure that you'll get in, book your tickets in advance.
The entrance is not on the top, but near the fountain downstairs.
We have walked through majority of the museum. We have been on the rooftop where you have the beautiful view of the city.
This museum is in a nice neighborhood, so you can wander around and admire the structure. And there's also a monument in walking distance where you can take nice pictures of the whole area.
Then there is a history of the reconstruction of this place still on the third floor. Then when you go one floor lower, you'll see some coins, old coins, medals, and also some old toys and some pots and decorations for the house.
The Portuguese arrived in Brazil in 1500 exactly. Yeah, they might have been very bad to the indigenous and the original inhabitants of Brazil, but at least they are nice to the children at school because they'll always remember the year. They had a very nice collection of porcelain from all over the world. It also shows how diverse Brazil is. What do you mean these are museum-worthy toys? I had similar ones when I was young. Are you trying to say that I'm old or something? Rude. I must admit that I love these porcelain dolls. They are so nice. We have one at home, but nothing this intricate. If you look closer, you will notice that the skirts are actually fabric. It's not all porcelain, there is some fabric involved. It looks so fragile and beautiful. Yeah, this is my kind of decoration, but I'll probably never invest in this particular art because, let's face it, it's just a dust catcher, but beautiful dust catcher.
The first floor is all about tools, old tools, new tools, agriculture, some paintings with the theme. And yeah, overall, I feel like this gorgeous place would need more things to show. So if you have something interesting that is old, bring it to the Ipiranga Museum.
This is the most famous painting in this gallery. It's the 1888 painting called Independence or Death. It's the best known artwork representing the proclamation of Brazilian independence, and the Brazilian kids learned that at school. One more thing that fascinated me in this museum is the inclusivity. I have never seen it in any other museum around the world. Maybe I wasn't paying that much attention, but like here you couldn't overlook it. It was everywhere. It was so obvious. I couldn't imagine what a blind person would have as an experience from visiting an art gallery, right? There's probably not that they can enjoy there much. But in this museum, they thought of it. For the major paintings, there's always a braille description, which is not that rare, but at the same time, there is a 3D model of that painting so that the blind people can touch and feel and see through their hands the actual paintings. I was in awe. It's such a brilliant idea. It's so inclusive. It's so considerate. I just can't praise it enough. As I said, I have never seen it in any big museums around the world, and I think it should be everywhere. And I saved the best for the last, my flawless, elegant descent of the marble staircase.
So that's it. That's the whole video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, why don't you give me a historical thumb up? And you can subscribe to my channel. I upload every Sunday. Thank you very much for watching. Have a wonderful rest of your day and bye!